When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here, but then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals. Because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge. To all my ecclesiastites out there. It is I, your lovable host, Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still live free or die. It is not big government or bust. The number that you can call this evening on this unseasonably warm, rainy evening is toll-free 603-835-3224. Again, that's 603-835-3224, and I know some people are probably going to say, if you're on the left, Rod, it's all about global warming. It's getting warm out there. It's hot out. Now, you act like this has never happened before. It had. Look, we got a whole bunch of stuff to cover today, and I don't really. Well, one of the things on my it is about Al Gore. I got something here in the paper pile about Al Gore. We'll get to that a little bit later, as well as a plethora of items, including stuff on Obamacare, where they found some oxygen. This is rather cool. It's going to be cool, so stick around for that. What the CIA is doing, and you're going to be a little bit surprised about that. I know everybody's talking about the Ryan Boehner Obama thing, and we'll get into that as well. But first, what we really need to talk about is if you are living in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I do believe Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth and not technically a state. I'm going to have to look that up. I've never looked up the difference between a state and a Commonwealth. I have to admit I'm a little ignorant on that. And that's I've never really thought to, because not every state, if you will, in the Union is actually listed as a state. There are some listed as commonwealths. Now, I do believe that all the commonwealths that we have are east of the Mississippi. I think Virginia is a commonwealth. I know Massachusetts is. Virginia, Pennsylvania, I'm not sure of other states, if you will, that are actually Commonwealth. Now, I'm sure that has a lot to do with their state constitutions and such, but I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. And you know what? Because I like learning new stuff, as soon as the show is over, I will go look it up. And if you don't know the difference, it might be good for you to look it up as well and learn the difference. But speaking of the Commonwealth, and I know that in other Commonwealths and states, I don't know exactly how many, because I don't live in those separate. It's not my duty to learn every little aspect about all 50 states. I don't live in them. But I know in Pennsylvania, and I know in a few other states and commonwealths across this great country of ours, certain judges within the judicial branch are elected, and including their Supreme Court judges. Because some states and commonwealths do not appoint them. Now, there are some pluses and minuses with that. On the plus side, it means that nobody is in there. Nobody's on the bench for life. Nobody's appointed for life. And if a judge is too far off in one direction or the other, left or right, the people have every right through their vote to fire that judge and hire a new one. Now, the negative side of that is that now the judiciary, much like a lot of district attorneys, become very politicized. And you start having, like lawyers, you start having judges who start doing certain things on certain cases to make political points, not only with the powers that be, but the public. And so it has the air of the opportunity of being corrupted simply because judges become political instead of interpreting the law. And they'll do what's expedient for policy to get elected versus doing the right thing, no matter what it does to their personal ambitions. But, you got to weigh the pros and the cons with both sides, the appointment and the elected. They both have some huge positives, and they both have some huge negatives. Now, speaking of the election part of the negative, and this is going to be true in other states where judges are elected, not appointed, and even to some degree, even if they're appointed, this really applies to all 50 states. But specifically in states like Pennsylvania, I do believe, I think I was told that Pennsylvania elects every kind of judge, all the way up to Supreme Court. In any case, what we have here is money. And what happens, we hear the left always talking about money, money, money. Money gets involved. Money corrupts politics, politicians, the electoral process, all that kind of stuff. What they don't tell you is that, they don't, the left is so angry at the Citizens United decision. But what they don't tell you is that before Citizens United, liberal entities such as unions were not affected by the laws that govern political contributions at the time. And they specifically made sure that all the laws that they were instituting or trying to institute, somehow in some form or another, in some way, exempted or nearly exempted unions. You see, you and I could have a limit, and corporations, they're not people, so they have a limit. Political action committees should have a limit. But unions, they don't need a limit. And in Pennsylvania, this is really important because Pennsylvania, this is a story from freebeacon.com. Pennsylvania unions are pouring